What's up, ladies and gentlemen? In front of us is the new Mazda CX-30, so welcome to a new night point of review. I'm going to sum up my impressions for the new CX-30. This is a beautiful top package GT Plus, called here in Croatia. There's four packages. This is the top level. Maybe got some extras. I think the Bose speakers are extra. Now, beautiful, as you can see, LED lights. You can see those strikes on the bottom. If I press the unlock again, you can see the daytime running lights that turn into blinkers. We got 18-inch alloy wheels. They're actually in top 3 package standard. The base package gets 16-inch. This is the Soul Crystal red color. On the back, LED lights. Everything is LED. Reverse fog lights, blinkers. Again, from the back, license plates. We have an HD camera on the back for the reverse camera. 360 is optional. This car doesn't have that. You can see real exhaust. And let's open the trunk. So automatic doors on the GT Plus. 430 liters, if I'm not mistaken. If you knock down the seats, you get 1,406, if I remembered correctly. You can knock them down to 60/40. A lot of room. There's one LED light. There's tether points, patching kit, and amplifier in the back. Closes automatically. You get tinted windows on the back. Now, there's a little issue here. The windows are a little bit low, so there is, and the car is kind of short. So let me put it back into perspective. So sometimes the B pillars are going to be in your way. If you're a longer person, you need to back up a little bit, and the windows are closer. So, and the back window is kind of small, so it's, you know, but you have blind spot warnings in your side mirrors, and you have side assist as well for traffic, so no worries. Key is wireless, so you can just keep it in the pocket or just put it in the car. Don't forget it when you're leaving the car. Now you have LEDs inside interior. It's pretty much the same as in the Mazda 3, so almost everything. The Bose speakers are a little bit different. It's not high quality, made with the aluminum, brushed aluminum, like on the Mazda 3. So the CX-30 has a little bit plastic, which that was a little bit better. Now, speaker test. 12 speakers standard are 8, so I should definitely, I mean, you should definitely upgrade if you're looking for this car to the Bose speakers. Sorry if I'm pronouncing them wrong. So a little more. Just waiting for the song to get to the point. Where's the good? Okay, enough on the music. Sorry if I was shaking my head. Music is good. Infotainment in front of you is 8.8-inch screen. Standard, you get the navigation. Just gonna switch to it, and then we get a head-on. Good graphics. Pretty simple to use. You have a small screen in front. Now, watch this. You can press here on the side. This is like the day or night. There's just like, I think, yeah, on and. Actually, you can dim it a bit. This is the bottom, so you can see the screen edges. And that's pretty much it. Let's head, because I tend to talk too much. So we're going to our standard route through the city to the highway a little bit. I'm gonna summon my impressions. Good turning radius, full turning radius on the parking spot for the crossover, or like a compact SUV. Pretty good, so that's already a good compliment. Okay, so we're going to test the LED lights. I have my iPhone, so if I'm moving my head fast, it's just natural way. You know, it might be dizzy for you, the audience. I'm gonna try doing it a little bit slower. Okay, so Not sure if you can see from this angle of the camera the heads-up display, but it's really nice, visible. The car is just, the interior is fine. And why I love Mazda, the interior is on the premium level. The brand is itself not premium, but they're stepping up their game, and you get a lot for the money, a lot of packages, standard, pedestrian, emergency stop, heads-up display, dual AC zone, a lot of stuff, and so on and so on. Now let's start talking about the driving. Of course, I forgot to say from the start. So this is the new SkyActiv X 2.0 inline petrol, naturally aspirated. It has the new technology, so it has a compressor, and it has a new way of more compressed air. So it's basically, to cut the story, I'm not that technically educated. I mean, I forgot, I explained it better in the Mazda 3. So there's better fuel consumption, less CO2, more power, more torque, almost like a diesel engine, but it's not a diesel engine. Now the car is on any 18-inch wheels, winter tires, so you can feel some bumps, but overall it's not that bad. Now, first thing you notice, this car, you can drive it like a petrol car, or you can drive it like a diesel, and then you're gonna get lower consumption, or you can get performance and drive it like a petrol car, go to high revs and just speed up. So the car is really agile, 180 horsepower. It's enough, although I must be honest, I don't feel that power like instantly because there's no turbo, but it's not bad at all, to be honest. So the response is good. You just put it to lower gear, and you can easily speed up on the highway, in the or in the city, if you need to speed up. Also the handling of the car is excellent. Like, even in the corner, this is a front wheel drive, so even in the corners the car doesn't lose the back end, it doesn't go sideways. So the car is pretty stable, it's confident on the road. Now the steering wheel, it is light, but it's precise. You feel some resistance, and the brakes are excellent. They are hard. If you want a really emergency stop, you just push them harder and they're gonna grip even better. So they're really good. So let me see, what did I cover or maybe forgot to cover? See, the engine, like, you're gonna see, like, you can drive on 50 in 6th gear and it won't complain. It's really amazing, but sometimes when you're slowing down, it's gonna suggest lower gears. So it's basically like 20 2nd gear, almost 30 3rd gear, and then 4th gear on 40. And then if you around 60, you can already go to 5th gear if you want more fuel efficiency. But probably a lot of people are going to drive this like a petrol car, so they're gonna speed up. You can also drive long in a 2nd gear. You can see that in 3rd. The car software, so you can see my blind spot warning here. The car will, gotta pay attention to the traffic here. Okay, so the car will notice if you're starting aggressively, it'll suggest later shift ups. If you're starting just easy, then the car will suggest later shifts, or excuse me, earlier shifts, so for more fuel efficiency. So this is excellent. Now have in mind, before I show you the consumption, that this car is brand new. It has 488 kilometers at this moment, so it's a brand new engine. It has a braking period, it hasn't passed yet, so the fuel consumption is going to be higher on the beginning of your ownership, and probably the oil consumption. But when those moving parts break in, the fuel consumption should get more realistic and get to those Mazda ideal condition numbers. So this is my current from the start. As you can see, 8.8 liters in the city. I managed to get it around 7 liters. So so current one says 10.3. Now, I'm used to driving automatic, so this is the manual. I'm usually good with the manual, but sometimes, like now, this second, I've managed to miss almost a gear. But I must recommend the manual is awesome. It's, in my opinion, like a perfect manual transmission. It's direct, it's precise, it's not too long, so it's not even too short. It's just about right. Feels good when you push into the gear. It's just such a solid car. Now, just in a second, reverse camera, you can see the reverse camera, excellent sharpness. This doesn't turn when you turn the steering wheel. You can get the 360 parking camera system optional. You can get the sunroof on the top. It's all options. But the car is just excellent. Small city crossover, you're uplifted, but the overall visibility on the front is great. On the sides, I feel like I needed to back up a little bit more because the side mirrors are a little bit too much on the front. Usually on the cars they're a little bit up front, so I don't know, that might be an issue for some people. And also, when you want to turn, like, the blind spot isn't that a huge problem, although the window is small, because you have blind spot warning and traffic side assist, so you can see it in your heads-up display. Like right a moment ago, there was a car passing in my blind spot. But sometimes if you're on a T-cross road, or you need to get in from not the main road, then you're gonna have sometimes problem with the B pillar if you're back up more. Inside, the car is really comfortable. The seats are comfortable. Everything is nice, feels nice to the touch. Everything is premium. I love it. But the seats, only criticism is they don't have lumbar support. They do have even the knee. You can uplift it, you can tilt, you can, you know, lower the seats, slide, but they don't have lumbar support for long journeys. If you are a tall person, that's a must-have for your back. So I don't know why Mazda missed that. But yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna hit driving to the highway now, so I'm gonna pause here and just skip then to the highway. Also, just about the interior, while I've remembered it, now the back seat, it has enough room, I would say, if you're an average height person, and if an average height person is sitting on the front. If tall person, like such as myself, 2 meters tall or 6.6, is sitting on the front, at least for a tall person on the back, there will be like a little tight. You can fit, but it's a little bit tight, so just have that in mind. If you're a tall person, if you're a family of tall people, have that gene pool. That's the only thing you should consider. Head space is, I think, okay. I haven't noticed that I had to lower my back, I mean my neck or something, but it's so the space inside is really good. I can't complain since I'm out of average. And the trunk space for the crossover is, I would say, decent. It's not too big, it's not too small, and if you need to you know, transfer bigger objects, you can always fold down the seats and put something long. There is a armrest on the back in this model. Unfortunately, there is no like an opening so you can put just like skis or golf clubs through. But yeah, we're getting to our highway. As I covered those details, I know you all like details. And let me just show you here. See, the camera sometimes pick up the signs and, you know, keep staying in the low. They don't pick up sometimes the new signs. Now they did, I guess, through the navigation. Oh yeah, let me show you the navigation. It works pretty good. You can split the screen and then put like something like radio or your route guidance. So you can spin the car in the 3rd gear, and then in the 4 you just speed up. If you want, you can use this car as a diesel or as a petrol. It's pretty fast. their automatic long beam turns on. LED lights are perfect, you can see really good the road. Now when you're lower gear, the engine is obviously noisy. I put it into 6th gear, it's quiet, it's almost like a diesel car. I mean on the, you know, the speed level. So I can hear some tire noises, maybe a little bit wind from the side of the mirrors, but it's all good. I'm gonna see if I can put it up to 150. There is 10% tolerance here in Croatia on the speed limit and on the speedometer not being 100% correct. What's good is you have the speed limiter, so, and you have a cruise control, so you can set it up. It's marked with a green, speed limit is marked with a red. And you can, I don't know if you can see in the head-up display, you can change the distance between the car in front of you, so the car will maintain the speed, it will speed up. I'm gonna turn all of that off. Now the speed limiter is something that you turn it on and the car reaches the speed of the you know, tolerated speed, like the the speed limit, and then it won't, if you slightly press the pedal, it won't go above that, so it's pretty self-explanatory. If you leave the steering wheel, it will notice, as you can see, depending what you turn on. Now just to show you, okay, I'm gonna speed up here. There's room. I'm gonna put it to 5th gear. There's only 100 here because of the overpass, but if there's no traffic, we can speed up. So it gets a little bit noisier on the 150, obviously, but you know, the car can handle it pretty well, and you know, it's really stable on the road. I can't complain anything. Now what I wanted to show you is I want to go to the information. I'm gonna slow down here a little bit, and I'm going to go to vehicle status monitor. Nope, not that. Let me see here. Yeah, this fuel efficiency monitor. You can see our consumption went up because we're speeding a little bit, and fuel efficiency, excuse me. Oh, you have to press the menu button. So I wanted to show you just the energy flow monitor. So SPCCI is the new cylinder technology, that's what it's called. I'm turning out here so not to miss my exit. So if you let go of the cylinder, it deactivates. If you're braking, it turns the mild hybrid system. There's a smaller battery, and then it helps the engine to boost when it needs to accelerate. So it's pretty awesome technology. But there was a software issue with the cylinder deactivation that could turn out to not close some flaps or something like that. I forgot the technical details, and it can break your engine. Mazda is working on this. They're trying to figure out the bugs and push it through the warranty. So you know, just have that in mind. There's always, if you're early buyer, if you want to buy a new car, you should always know there's some you know, let's call them kids disease, some stuff they're going to get fixed through the warranty, but you have to insist on your consumer rights, of course, you know, and insist if there's a really serious problem on a, you know, new car, if that's what happens. Okay, so we're coming to a spot where we're going to check our we're going to do our 1-200 launch time, and we're going to see I'm going to drive a little bit later around without filming and just film the lowest consumption I could have got. so you guys, you know, you don't have to watch a too long video. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna cut this in somewhere. So 6.2 liters, that's what I've got. That's the closest. Now I've maybe went for a ride around half of the city, so I don't know, maybe 10-20 kilometers. And if you're driving around 80, then you should get the best cruising speed, and then your consumption will for sure be dropping. So I think the average consumption combined should be 5 liters. So if I was driving a little bit longer, I'm sure you could drop it there. So I think you could get close to 5, considering this is the new engine with only 547 kilometers at this moment. The engine hasn't passed the braking period. I'm sure once it does, you can get to Mazda, you know, official figures around 5 liter combined. In the city, you're gonna get around between 7 and 8 liters of fuel consumption. That's what I had driving in the traffic. More around 8 if there's less traffic. In the city, around 7, depending on your driving style. But I was really, you know, just medium driving style, not too aggressive, nothing, just driving it like a diesel, because I drive a diesel, so you know, it's a habit for me to shift early. I don't stretch too long. But again, as mentioned, you can drive this car both as a petrol and diesel. It doesn't mind in a way, because you know, it's just agile engine. And I really have to say, you can start this engine in, you know, 2nd gear, 1st gear, it won't die on you easily, so it's pretty good, I must say. So really a good choice. So the word I was looking for, the brakes, so they're progressive. If you know, brake light, it's gonna brake light. If you press it deeper, it's gonna grip harder. Just a notice, so the lights are really good, they illuminate high, but in this case the blinker is on the bottom, so it's not really flashing on every sign that's a reflective surface. Okay, no one in front of me, behind me. Let's do 1-200. So okay, that was not too shabby. I think the official time is for this particular engine and the transmission 8.4 seconds. I'm gonna see if later, write it down if I've achieved that. But we're going here to our road where there's no traffic, I mean no street lights, so we can see the performance of the LED lights. So fully stop here. Hope there won't be, there's a storage area, so hope there won't be truck coming behind us. Now the long beam is on automatic. Now I'm going to turn it on. In person I can see more. I know GoPro doesn't catch that much. Okay, so this is like wide view just to show you on the iPhone 11 Pro. So I'm gonna zoom in just to show you guys and ladies. So this is, yeah, this is a much more accurate to what I'm seeing. It is a little bit foggy here around because it's a river here, but you can see there's a huge difference. But the illumination of the road is excellent, definitely. So this is the illumination when the automatic long beam is on. I think it's a lot brighter, as you can see. Turn around here. It's the unfinished hospital in front of us. So reverse camera is pretty good quality. I'm gonna turn around, stop here, and then continue on later. Just managed to get to the traffic light, so only to show you here the views. So those are views. So you might be wondering what's the price of this car. So the base model starting price here in Croatia, we have 20% VAT or taxes, sale tax. So it is 25,000 euros. And for this GT Plus, base price, starting price is the 30,000 euros. So I think for that kind of money, you can choose something in between. Personally, I would choose something like not the base 25,000, so the next package is like maybe something around 26,500 euros. It's a pretty good bargain for what you get. A lot of package inside, premium looking interior. If you're looking at this size of a vehicle, and it's a pretty good car to drive. I think you're gonna enjoy. You're not going to regret your purchase. Pretty much Mazda is, in 2019, it was one of the most satisfied vehicles and one of the most reliable vehicles. So top 1 brand in world. So these were in USA and Europe. Tests, of course, you know, doesn't have to stay that way. The next year might stay, might not. You know, there's always competition, but I think this is overall a great car, recommendation, and a good purchase. Okay, so it's Saturday, so a lot of people are going shopping, going to movies. So there's a little traffic here. But you can see the interior, how nice it looks. It's really beautiful. That's why I always go to the garage finish. If you're watching this night point of view, there's going to be also daytime point of view, where I don't talk, where you can just hear engine noise, traffic, you know, sounds of the car. If you're really a buyer looking to buy this car, you know, it's a useful information. There's also going to be in-depth review where I'll cover all the functionalities, everything around this car on the parking lot. So if you're a buyer, you should definitely watch that. It's going to be in-depth review. You can see when I close the window, there's a good soundproof in the cabin. So let's find a parking spot and end this video. I always end it in a garage because it looks like I'm going from point A to point B. While I'm looking for parking, if you like this video, be a cool person, give it a like. If you're interested in buying this car, leave your comments below. What do you think about your impressions? Wow, it's a beautiful sedan new. So leave your comment below. What do you think about the new CX-30? So here's a parking spot, a little challenging, but I'm sure we can make it. So I'm gonna turn my hazards on. As people are passing by. Back in camera. Check your mirrors. It's always nice to have an extra option like a parking camera and parking sensors. Excellent graphics. Let me just come closer. Excellent graphics, and you can see that like there's a, if I zoom out, you can see I'm in Zagreb, Croatia, and then if I zoom in, you can see the structure. So cool navigation, which is standard by the way in all models. Hazards off. So yeah, the key's wireless. Don't forget your key, don't forget your phone. Thank you for watching. Stay safe on the road. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and Of course, in that case, click that bell to get notifications when I upload a new video. I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.